Hello and welcome back to our New World Order campaign in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we fixed the little blemish we had in the middle of our realm here and then immediately unfixed it again when we tried to revoke the domain county that we granted to our claimant, but that is at 43%, so it should be back to being fixed again very soon. Part of being a lord involves receiving and welcoming an endless parade of dignitaries, emissaries, and general people of importance, who, more often than not, turn out to be boring as tree bark. During one such dinner, and while our guest endlessly talked about some irrelevant matter, my attention was drawn to Ilm, who kept eyeing me in a strangely seductive way. Oh, this is my wife, okay. Let's make an excuse to quickly put an end to the evening. 50% chance she becomes pregnant with my child. I guess we probably won't actually find out about that for a couple of months. Guess we could move this army over to this county, but my wife Ilm tells me she is pregnant, but that can't be right, can it? It definitely can. Now, there's paranoia and there's just being ridiculous. Come on now. So I noticed a change of color over here. I guess somebody changed their primary title. We have Upper Burgundy over here. It has about 100 duchy titles. Also Normandy is now the primary title of whoever lives over there. Okay, Bishop likes me better. I've thought it over and I cannot be the father of my wife's baby as it grows in her belly. I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest. I just don't know what to say. I mean, it's definitely ours. Let's hire someone to find out. My beloved Uncle Carl is concerned that he's still not married. Guess we'll get him married to somebody. We won't get an alliance out of him, of course. Maybe we can marry him to... Let's see. There's a 14-year-old Infanta of Wales. Castilian Infanta of Wales. Or an Infanta of Aragon. Younger, though. I guess we'll betroth him to her. I guess there's a small chance she ends up inheriting a kingdom, and we get our dynasty on the throne somewhere. The maid I hired to gain my wife's confidence has not found anything at all suspicious about her pregnancy. Well, let's just say that's a relief. Oh, is she the... not the sister, I assume, of the current queen. Probably a cousin or something. I'm not going to actually take any actions to get her on the throne or anything like that, but we'll get them married nonetheless. So the Duke of Vladimir accepted the King of Suomi's peace offer. So he won his war, okay. Usurp some titles. A lot of titles. I probably don't need pop-ups for the gained title events. Now that I think about it. I think he gained some land in here. And he's now subjugating Karelia. I'm not sure whether he's been leading such an action-packed life before, or whether this is just since we started watching him, but he has certainly got a lot going on up there. Countess of Anhalt claims that the Duke of Rhenish Franconia is attempting to promote vile heresies. We might want to try to threaten him out of factions. He's not actually in any right now. Maybe we would be better to just leave well enough alone and not risk lowering his opinion by doing this. We'll just keep it to ourselves. So probably just one more siege here will get us our county back. Assuming the ticking war score doesn't get there first. Okay, Bayern changing their crown laws. And we had a daughter. A quick daughter, okay. Fulfills our ambition, so let's take a new one. I guess we'll, let's see, 2,500 gold. I don't think we're going to save up that much in the very near future. Let's just try to become a skilled fighter. I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to probably go to High Crown Authority. Just to mention what we need to do that is the only requirement we're missing is having 1,500 prestige, so only a fairly short matter of time, I suppose, before that happens. We may not want to do it immediately until we have a bit more of a stable situation with vassal opinion. Bit of a long reign bonus, maybe. Duke sends word of enemy courtiers found at Grice and wishes to know if you desire any of them as prisoners. Well, I think we'll just leave them in peace, since we have won this war and can end it immediately. So we usurped the county back, and he in turn usurped one of these counties from the guy who previously held it. We can disband our troops. You discovered a plot where the Count seeks to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Ostfranken, which is, I believe, my duchy. Let's just ask him to stop. So let's have another look at these duchies in here. This one I think hasn't changed hands since the last time we checked, so there won't be any extra claimants. Similarly with this one. Actually, our vassal Duchess of Upper Bavaria has a claim on this duchy, it seems. Even a strong claim. Do we want to make her a double duchess? Well, the answer to that is no, but we do want to gain 3 counties and make our borders look somewhat nicer. We will just go ahead and declare that war. It will, of course, increase her opinion greatly. We do have a truce with him for only another few months. I think we'll probably do it. One day, passing by a monastery, you come upon a monk sitting and painting in a field. You observe his work and marvel at the composition, the colors, and the fine brush strokes bring the simple canvas to life. This monk is truly an artistic prodigy. So we can pay 10 gold to buy the painting and gain prestige, or we can say, very nice, now let's eat. Well, I think we'll buy the painting, why not? Actually, speaking of buying things, after a lively evening at court where everyone drank, laughed, and feasted, Me and my wife were left alone by the late hours after everyone retired to their quarters. We happily chatted for some time about the most diverse topics, as the servants prayed that we dismiss them. Finally, as fatigue was starting to show, I suggested we take conversation to the bedroom. So 50% chance she becomes pregnant with my child. Remember this next time you're suspicious about who might be the father of your children. But yeah, speaking of buying things, we do have enough money now, I think, to build a new holding here in our capital. No, we actually don't, because it's 875. Okay. Well, we'll probably do that as soon as we get to 875 gold. I might just wait until we can get that building started before going to war. Okay, my vassal, the Duke of Burgau, has requested that a lower rank vassal should serve him rather than me. Countess of Anhalt. Let's check out our Azure duchies here. This is Burgau, or this is Tech rather, but he also holds that duchy. And Anhalt is... where is Anhalt? Let's find out this way. Up here. Why would you want her to serve you directly? Does she have 2 counties? Ah, she does. We'll impress him with vague promises. I don't want to give him the whole thing. Or rather, this county and this county. I guess we should be able to... but to revoke one of those counties from her. And then we could get that whole thing fixed up. Since he will be getting an opinion penalty. Or maybe not, maybe impressing him with vague promises gets rid of the opinion penalty. We probably should still fix it though. Okay, she just gave it up without a fight, which is great. We also got the barony in here for some reason. Well, I don't think I really want to hold on to either of these, so we'll just go ahead and create a new vassal in here. And can we do the distribute recently acquired land in here? I guess we'll just give it to a random noble. Does he now desire control? He does. We'll transfer the vassalage of the... oh, I guess we have to give him the barony as well. Actually, I think we need to give the barony to... no, he is already under the count. Okay, what barony is this then? Here. You are under me directly for some reason. Okay. Well, we'll transfer both then. Alright. So this county is under Upper Bavaria, I guess. It probably should not be. Yeah, it's de jure part of this. Not really a big deal though. Seriously, this again? My wife is pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? I told you! You should just keep some kind of sex diary. Really do a lot to put your mind at ease. I've thought it over and I cannot be the father of my wife's baby. As it grows in her belly, I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest. Why don't we just hire somebody to find out again? There's a group of carpenters in Hessen who have begun working more and more together with taking on both work and learning up apprentices. You now need to act to either approve of this Carpenters Guild or ensure that you have good reputation amongst the skilled carpenters, or you could outlaw them to make sure such an impediment on the local market structure is avoided. I think we'll just go ahead and support the carpenters at the cost of a little city tax. Ever since you started to count your income and expenses in the chase for more wealth, your coffers seems to be filled to the brim more often than before. So we gain 1 stewardship, which is nice. Will help us get up to that 875 gold. The maid I hired to gain my wife's confidence has not found anything at all suspicious about her pregnancy. Let's say that that is a relief. Gain some extra technology. So as soon as we have the 875 gold, we'll get this started building. And then we'll go to war against Bayern. And hopefully do so only using vassal levies, since if we were to raise our own domain troops, we would probably go bankrupt in short order. So this way we can hopefully win this war and still have a positive income. You have increased the Pope's opinion up to 100. I'm assuming he still would not grant claims. That's fine though. No sign of the army from Bayern. I guess he is involved in some other wars. Several wars. Invasion of Crimea, which he's been called into. Revolt. Saxony. But let's hope he just doesn't fight back at all. Suomi won their new war, which was the subjugation of Karelia, I believe. And we had a son. No genetic traits this time. Okay, I think we'll spread out this army and siege the entirety of our target duchy. He has called in the Pechenegs into this war, which is obviously something we need to be aware of, but they do have their own war going on right now, so probably not in any position to actually do anything. My uncle can marry his betrothed. My little son, Prince Dietrich, has always has his nose in the scriptures and spends all his time among the priests, so we can have him become zealous, which is probably fine. And here is Bayern's army. So 2 of these counties are hills. All three of them are hills, in fact, so if he wants to attack me in any of these counties, I will be happy to receive him. During a lively discussion with my friends and advisors on matters of the realm, my wife suddenly intruded into the conversation to share her opinion. While she made a fair point, this sudden intrusion by a female certainly made the others uncomfortable. We can lose 5 prestige, say that she has a good point, nod politely and move on to the next topic, or direct her to her knitting sisters. I will say she has a good point. So he is indeed attacking me in here. We'll just break off the siege and reinforce with this entire army once that army arrives. Will be after the autosave. Oops. Probably could have got away with reinforcing with just half of it, but prefer to make sure of it, I think. Alright, so that gets us up to 52%. We will probably need to do 2 sieges still to get to 100, but that's fine. Also call in our allies in Milan at this point if we wanted to, but that probably won't be necessary. Okay, well, we're going to have to continue this war in the next episode because we are out of time here. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.